So we are back with episode 5 of ranking every intermission going to. Of course, every episode I give you guys a hint to what track is in the next episode. And last episode I said that this track might look familiar for Odyssey fans, but it doesn't have tanks and dinosaurs. Of course, I was talking about Dandelion Depths. I mean, this is literally Steam Garden taken over by Winnie Butts. So today we're going to rank every intermission going towards Dandelion Depths. But if you are new to this series and you want to check out the entire explanation of how these videos are going to work, then please check out episode 1 first. After this episode, we're not going to do an episode 6 yet, because I'm going to do 5 episodes, then a different video, then 5 episodes again, and so on until we're done with the series. However, you will once again get a hint for what track we will talk about in episode 6. So please like, please subscribe, and let's get started with this one.
Mario!
Number 9, and it isn't even that bad. However, there has to be a last place, and sadly enough, in this video, it's Mario Circuit. I do really like the start of this intermission. You of course start on Mario Circuit 3. Always Mario Circuit 3. However, I do like the small turns to start off. Then you drive to this part with a shortcut, a few fun turns, a few fun cars, and Goomba shoes. Afterwards, you go to this rail bridge with a few very fun charging chucks and a dash food restaurant. Wow, haven't seen that before. Afterwards, we come to this section with a fun wire, a lot of cars, shortcut potential, spinies. It has a lot of goodies, but spoiler alert, we're going to see this section a lot in this video. And I just think that Mario Circuit brings you here on the worst way. The other ones in this video will have better parts leading to this section, in my opinion, of course. Also, after this section, we just drive straight to Dandelion Depths with a few whomps, a dash with restaurant runs again, and a few fun turns. So that's it. That brings you to Steam Gardens. Up next is Moo Moo Meadows, where you start at the normal finish line of Moo Moo Meadows itself. This of course means that you have to race half a lap of Moo Moo Meadows itself, which is fantastic for an intermission. After Moo Moo Meadows you have a highway with a few cars, not all that interesting, but it's fine, cause you also have a dash food restaurant, a rail bridge, and a lot of charging chucks. And all of that brings you to this section, which you know how it goes from here on. So thanks to the half lap of Moo Moo Meadows, this intermission was pretty solid overall.
You are lazy, yes I'm lazy, so what?
Starview Peak to Dandelion Depths makes you start where you always start at Starview Peak. But after the boring start you have this part with the fun turns and the typhoons, and then you go to a set of item boxes, and they just kept this checkpoint thing from Knockout Tour in here. Why? It's really weird looking. I mean, was it that hard to add something different here that has item boxes? Is Nintendo just so lazy? Anyway, afterwards we drive and trick down while avoiding some ice bro projectiles, which is actually really fun. Then some more small turns, and that brings us to ground level with some snow pokies and this intersection with 0 cars. Why? They could have made the perfect crossy road section. I would have loved it, but no, once again, lazy. And then you're already at Dandelion Depths, so this intermission was not only very lazy, but also it's short as hell.
That's what she said!
But I did really like this section, so it's good at number 7.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me.
Yeah, Acorn Heights to Dandelion, that is kind of a hard one to rank, since a lot of people really like the water physics in this game, other people really hate it. But let us start at the beginning. The point where you start is very fun. I quite like the turns and the awkward hills on the tree trunk. And then it's water. a lot of water. They do try to make it interesting with some lily pads, shy guys on jet skis, spike balls, bubbles that drop items, hammer bros, and rocks. Lots of rocks.
You're welcome.
And yeah, it's kind of fun, but it just goes on for way too long. It's so good that they decided to add a glider section over here. They just needed something to change things up. Never mind, I hate gliding. So the last one was way too short, this one was way too long. And because of the water, I have to go pee. Stupid intermission, motherfucker. From DK Pass to Dandelion Depths, it's pretty solid. After leaving the track itself, you go over here, and if you get triple mushrooms, then yeah, you're basically in first place already. And I kinda like this. If you're lucky and you have mushrooms, then you can skip a lot, but otherwise you'll have some fun drifting turns. Later on you also have 2 dash food stops and 2 wires, one of them being really short but also really fun. The other wire is sad as fuck. You also have a few cars and buses, and then that brings you to Dandelion Depths. Okay, why is Toad's Factory in every video? You know what? I'm not even complaining. They for some reason cooked on every Toad's Factory intermission. It's crazy. You once again leave the factory itself via the mud and the bridge, and then you go to this highway section, which is pretty fun, especially with the things they added on the side of the road. I mean, these music block things are so original. I don't really think you see this a lot at other intermissions, and I love it. Then you once again have these things I still don't know the name of. Seriously, please comment the name of this thing if you know it. And then you drive through the tunnel I use for my outro. Then we have even more of these things I will probably never know the name of, and a lot of shortcut potential, of course. Then we have a Toad House, which is a good shortcut if you have mushrooms, some Monty-Moles, and a dash food restaurant, which changed me into Vanilla Toadette. Seriously? Vanilla? Anyway, then we have some fun turns with a few cows, which they don't really do anything, but I'm not going to put them in the useless enemy jail since they're cows. They don't deserve to go in the useless enemy jail. They deserve to go on my barbecue.
Look, I made a steak.
A steak!
After that, I think we're put on the same intermission as Momo Meadows 2, Dandelion Depths. So that means we once again have the bridge, the dash food restaurants, the charging trucks, and once again this section. So then you know how it goes. And as you can see, I'm not vanilla anymore. I hope that scared you, cause Boo Cinema is up next. Of course you start at the Ghost Valley bridges. I just wish we spent a little bit more time here by taking a different route, but it's okay, cause it's still a really fun section even though it's really small. Then you have this path with pipas that if you drive into them they give you coins for some reason. But that section isn't that interesting. They do bring us to an okay highway section though, with a few fun cars, not a lot, but it's okay. And that goes on for a pretty long while. Then you go to this section with 2 Wumps, and I really like Wumps a lot since they're a good enemy and a pretty unique way of getting boosts. Then you're at the Dash Food restaurant, so that means that afterwards you're at Dandelion Depths. The intermission from Sky High Sunday to Dandelion Depths is just a journey, man. I mean, there's the cookie path with the dash food restaurants and the Goombas. There's this ice road with a lot of very fun turns and the cracks in the ground. Some ramps and an ice ball shooting piranha plant. There's this ice cave with a lot of shortcut potential, a useless rail and a bully, an ice bully, quite frankly. And then you drive up the DK Pass ski section, where you have to choose your own path and avoid skiing shy guys. And do not take this path. It's a total scam. Then you have a few ramps, some pokies, and a lot of falling snowballs, which I really like. Aesthetically, they are really nice, and I can see some scenarios where they are actually a hard obstacle to avoid. And then you have a short but fun highway section with a lot of fun cars and dash panels, closed off with a dash food stand. And then you know the drill: some womps, a dash food restaurant, and Dandelion Depths. There's a very good reason that they put this in the Leaf Cup. Cheap Falls to Dandelion Depths is peak. I mean, you all know what's coming. You all know that this is fantastic. Vanilla again? You know what? Nah, but seriously, you all know that it's mostly all about this part. All those fun turns and cars make it so chaotic. It's always super fun. There's loads of shortcut potential. You never get bored on this part. And it also goes on for a decent amount of time, which is so good because I just love this part so much. It may be one of the best laps of any intermission in the entire game. The rest of the intermission may not be that fun, but it isn't really bad either. Well, except for this bridge part, that is really boring. If Kamek didn't spawn in this boom boom and it was just always there, then you had one of the top 10 intermissions in the game. The rest of this intermission is pretty solid though, since it has a lot of dash food stops and womps, but this part is mainly why I chose Cheap Falls as my favorite intermission leading to Dandelion Depths. Anyway, that was my ranking of every intermission going to Dandelion Depths. I hope you all had a good time watching this video. All three of you. Anyway, now for the hint to what track is in episode 6. This track has a theme we already saw a lot in the series. 4 characters even have one of those tracks named after themselves. These are 3 of those 4 characters, but who's the last one and what track am I talking about? I guess it's a no for me and a question for you. However, if you know what track I'm talking about, then please comment it down below. Also comment your favorite intermissions going to Dandelion Depths. And also please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, which will not be episode 6 yet. So make sure to check this playlist and hit notifications for episode 6. But for now, I'm driving through a tunnel.